We have Ethereum versus the dollar, and Ethereum, hey, by the way, in case you didn't know, it made new all-time highs yesterday, and it's actually made new all-time highs today again as well, so not bad. Anyways, what do we see over here from a volatility perspective? We see that volatility is actually just starting to expand off the lows. It's literally just starting to expand off the lows, which let's give a few insights into the last few times that we saw similar signatures to this that were upside resolved resolutions. So not this one over here. We're going to ignore that one. We're going to pick and choose this one right here, which did lead into the September highs, which was about a 30.5% move from bottom to top. We did see obviously this one over here coming off of essentially the bear trap that we saw over the summer that led into about an 87% move and overall a 121% move over the next month and a half, it looks like. And then we have another iteration over here of a very similar signature where we did see very low volatilities, and well, what happened after that? 150% gainer over the next 48 days. So another month and a half till resolution. So we do see, some consistency within this, which is very interesting. And then of course, this one from like literally a year ago in November, actually literally a year ago in November. And this one, just a phenomenal move. I'm not going to repeat those numbers. It's not relevant. Anyways, we have the same sort of setup over here. We do also have hidden bullish divergence of multiple drives on daily, and we do see that the daily RSI is back in the bullish control zone. Daily Jewel is also maintaining its positive curvature. This to me just looks like a continuation signal. It's very aggressive, but yes, you do get these. And did get it where 30th of October. So yeah, coming out of that base into an all-time high fashion. So that is good. Anyways, weekly RSI is just breaking back in the bullish control zone. This is really good as well. Trying to find something to balance. Oh dear Lord. I was going to try to find something to balance myself out, but weekly Jewel is a much more obvious bullish signal right here and very fucking good on that one. And weekly volatility is the lowest it's ever been ever. Now, to be fair, and actually Caretaker actually is a fucking genius because he's actually figured out how to get earlier price action to represent this better. But technically speaking, this is the lowest volatility read we've ever seen on the weekly. On the 5-day, we've seen a few like this, and I think that would be a little more dependable. Either which way, coming out of these prior bases, and just kind of like putting the puzzle piece together, we did see on the daily and on the lower side like 40% to the upside, which would put Ethereum at about 5,500 or so. 5,500 is also relevant just because, if I remember properly, yes, we do see that's the 1.414 Fibonacci extension out of this base, and also it's actually right around the measured move from this as well as a cup and handle. Long term, do I think that it stops there? No, I don't see highs too often at the 1.414, although they do certainly happen a lot more than the 1.272. But I suspect that it'd probably make a run for the 6,300 level right here. But the other question was long term, and by the way, we're going to come up with some invalidation points on this as well. But long term for Ethereum, this is all fucking good. This is all fucking good right here. By the way, the 1618 from the macro base, calling that 5450 level as well, just for what it's worth. But remember, we are trending above the topside shoulder band right here. So we have volatility on the daily and 5-day and weekly as well, all looking primed for expansion. We have trend continue. It never even stopped on the bi-monthly, so we don't really have trend continuation. It just is continuation. It just is continuation here. And in volatility expansion. So trend, volatility, and obviously momentum as we looked at on daily RSI and in weekly Jewel, I believe it was. Monthly also closed above the topside shoulder band yet again as well. So I'm looking for November new highs, more new highs most likely. Just curious if there's anything relevant over here to kind of further enhance or not before we get into invalidations, but daily momentum does turn down below 45.90 today. So that would be maybe a bit of a short-term pivot for a short-term downside move. 5-day, I'll just leave this chart and this one can speak for itself. And weekly, same thing as well. And monthly, monthly coming into November, we got a fresh cross to the upside in the bullish control zone. And I don't think there's any major threat of that crossing down anytime soon. All right, so what would invalidate the long-term bullishness of this? Well, long-term bullishness of this doesn't really get invalidated as long as you're as long as you're above about 3,400. That's not too relevant for right now. That's only if you're trading like the weekly in this case. If you're on the daily, where does your daily bullishness get invalidated? Well, that would be below about 4150 in this case. At that point, I would be looking for a deeper correction somewhere down around about 3,800. But for right now, while those conditions need to be laid out, I'm not looking for them to happen for what it's worth. So hopefully that's helpful. And there you go for Ethereum.